Well, today is Thanksgiving, and I hope you're all going to be with your families and enjoying yourselves. And, all my fellow Americans, I know you're not all from the United States, everybody watching this, but in the United States, today is Thanksgiving. And so be thankful for everything you have, be thankful for your family, be thankful for your freedom. And, yeah, with that, I figured today I would take the time and show you how those seeds I got are doing. I showed you guys a little bit of a video about the buckwheat, the Rambo radish, the wasabi mustard, a couple things. So just going to show you how that did. A couple things I saw of interest, especially with the buckwheat, which is something I never grew before, don't know anything about. And now that I've grown some, I still don't even know what I would want to do with it. But I'll show you guys that anyway. So let me just get started and show you that. Here is some buckwheat. As I said, I don't know anything about buckwheat, so I didn't know how to plant it. And I like to just kind of figure that stuff out as I go. Sometimes it's nice to follow someone's videos on YouTube or research it on the internet, or sometimes just throw a few seeds, try a couple different things, So what I did is this tray was planted without stacking the seeds or anything. So there was just a lid over this, and they grew pretty good. It's not what I expected, but it's hard to explain what I guess I thought it was going to be. So that's one tray. This tray over here, I grew stacked and with vermiculite on top. And the thing that's really interesting is see how red these stems are? Red and pink. Versus these ones that are mostly just white. So stacking them produced a much nicer looking stem, and I think that's from the stress of the plant trying to press its way up and push the tray above it up. And so if I was to grow these, I would definitely stack them because I just think that's a much nicer looking stem. I've tried it. It doesn't have like much of a strong flavor or anything, and it's got the same like seed hull problems as a sorry, you can hear my kid yelling in the background. He's playing. But it's got the same problem as sunflower, where the seed hulls tend to be, stuck onto them. So if I would have left it stacked maybe a little bit longer, or maybe put a little bit heavier coat of vermiculite on it, it probably would have been better. Maybe less hulls. Here's that red rock cabbage. That was, new seed I got, but that's not new to me. I've grown that plenty of times. That's great in a mix. It adds a lot of nice color, and I really enjoy it. Here's that radish, that Rambo, and very happy with that. Got no complaints at all. Obviously, I know some people have complained before that you get some of these green radishes mixed in, but if you look at them closely, I don't think that's the supplier trying to mix that in. It looks like it's the same breed. It's the same, comes from the same plant. It's just some of them won't be purple, and it's just, you have to deal with that. I don't think it's a problem for me. Here's that ruby red shard. Very happy with the way that's growing. That might be, I might consider using that as sort of a beet replacement, but we'll see. They both grow pretty good, but maybe it's got its own little niche. It'll definitely go great in a mix. And this was planted stacked, with some vermiculite covering the seeds, and you can see that there's not a lot of seed holes. There's some, but I haven't even tried picking any of them off, so that's not bad. It's pretty clean. This is that wasabi mustard, and I've tried it, and it's got a really nice spicy flavor to it, and so the name is true to it. It is like a wasabi flavor. But like I said before, there was one of you that mentioned that True Leaf Market also has a spicy oriental mustard that's a lot less expensive than this seed, and they were saying that it grows about the same way. So I'm going to give that a shot next time. Let's see what else we got here. This is something else I wanted to show. So I mentioned before, I've got these LED lights from Home Depot. They were like $13 each, but they're 4K color spectrum. And so, you know, that's typically not what we consider ideal, but I'm actually pretty happy with the growth I'm getting from them. This radish looks great. So for comparison, I'm not going to do a side by side, but I'll just show you. So that radish and that mix are the same exact age as this radish, which I've already harvested some. Okay, so that gives you a comparison. And this mix. So one of the things I noticed is that the ones that are growing under these 6500K lights, the lights are not quite as powerful for starters, I don't think. And they're also not getting as much coverage. I have just one light in the middle with 2 bulbs. But these are stretching a little bit more. Things are growing a little bit more erratic in a way. And versus this other tray I have over here, you can see that they're not really stretching. Everything's growing really compact. And I think that's actually going to benefit me because I think I can grow them longer this way. And that would be nice because there's some nice product in here that if you can get the first true leaves to come out, like on a mustard or the kohlrabi, a couple of things that are in there, it gets to be a lot nicer looking mix when you can get that true leaf. And the problem I have is sometimes when I try to do that, you know, they get really leggy and it's hard, you know, it becomes a mess. So I'm hoping that this will stay compact like this and I'll get those true leaves popping out. So we'll see how that goes. But for me, for now, that's it for today's update. I'm gonna go enjoy Thanksgiving. And yeah, everybody eat some turkey, have some fun. Thanks for watching.